Oh, okay.
Okay,
There,
hello,
there it
ladies
is.
and gentlemen.
Hi.
Welcome to the Player Pro Show. I'm your host, Player Pro, and we are here to give our perspective on topics that's going on in the world today. Okay, I have a panel full of guests. All right, we're gonna go one by one, and y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves. Go ahead, Clinton.
Hey, I'm Clint. Hey, how y'all doing out there?
Mhm.
Okay, so um, where's your relationship status, Clint?
I am soon to be a single man.
Soon to be, huh?
Soon
All
to
right,
be.
all right, I
Going through the
got you.
process.
Got you. All right, Cassie, go ahead and
Hi,
introduce yourself.
Cassie, and I am a divorced single lady with kids. So I'm not really single. I don't call myself single because I have kids.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right, Jalissa.
Hi, my name is Jaleesa, and I am a single woman living in a single world.
All right. Okay,
almost
so
all single folks on it.
yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, I mean, technically, we are all single. I mean, Cassie don't consider herself single, but technically, we are all single. All right. So let's get into the show. Uh, I have a clip. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. It's 1 minute long. We're gonna listen to the clip, and then we're gonna come back and discuss it. All right. Here we go.
So I've been hearing a lot of talk that men aren't protecting women anymore. And that's because men aren't supposed to protect women. A man is supposed to protect a woman.
What do you mean by that?
Now, if you want to be strong and independent and not have a husband there and have a man's protection, be under a man's covering, that is your problem. My husband signed up to protect me, not you. He signed up to protect me and the children. He is not jumping in front of a bullet. He is not putting himself in danger to make sure you are okay, so he could possibly lose his life and leave me alone with the kids. That would never occur to him, so I'm sorry. Why don't you pick a husband, get the protection you feel you deserve so badly, and solve your own problem? Because it's not my husband's.
Wow.
All right.
Oh
Right.
wow.
Did y'all hear the video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
I couldn't hear it very well. I had to put my head up to it, but it's okay. I heard it.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and start off. Well, I do believe what she's saying to be true. Now, once upon a time, it was during a different time, long years ago, men used to protect just random women in the street. If they seen a woman in distress, yes, they had no problem with protecting a woman from outside threats. But this is 2023. Today is not those times. I do feel that if a woman want protection, she should be under the covering of a husband, a boyfriend, or some type of man to get that protection that she needs. Because nowadays, I don't feel, this is just my personal preference, I don't feel that it's my duty to protect anyone who's not under my covering. So if I had a wife or a girlfriend, under my covering. Or if my children, my mama, women in my family, under my covering. Different story. But just a random woman in the streets, I'm not going to put my life on the line to protect her unless it's someone I know or someone that is under my covering. That's just how I feel. All right. My 2 minutes is up. Go ahead, Clinton.
Man, first when I saw the video, I was laughing at the parts. The big guy, he had his face all in the camera. You know what I mean? I didn't hear what he said. What do you mean, or something like that? He said.
He said, "What do you mean by that?"
Yeah, what do you mean by that? To me, yeah, he was like right there. But to me, I'm like, look here, man. It's clarity. She made it very clear. Like it was no doubt in it. I think that he wanted her to say it again for the people in the back. You know what I mean? But to me, I think that most women, not all, they come with this idealistic belief that any man that's around is supposed to serve them. You know what I mean? If they in some kind of distress or need help with something, regardless of whether it's true or not. Just like we had a situation not too long ago with the woman who's allegedly supposed to have got hit in the head with a brick or something like that. And come to find out, as I was scrolling, I was listening to some of the other podcasts, they were beating black men down. They were beating men down bad for that. You know what I mean? And later on, a week later, it's a whole host. You see what I'm saying? And so I commend those guys that she was trying to provoke to try to run after the guy or protect her in some kind of way. I commend them guys for not making the moves, because you can't go out there recklessly, living your life, like it's golden and doing whatever it is you want to do, and then expect somebody to clean up your consequences, your negligence in every situation. You see what I'm saying? My thing is that, like she said, if you want protection, get a husband. And even when you got a husband, make sure that you listen to his leadership, because he can't protect you if you're not listening to him. You see what I'm saying? If he tell you to stay in the car and you're going to get out and, bob your head, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then whatever happens, pow, or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. And now that's going to be a long ride back home, because now she's going to look, well, why didn't you protect me? I told you to stay in the car. That was your protection. You didn't listen. So,
right.
and
20 seconds. 20
seconds. Women, they have to be on your team. They have to submit to your leadership. You see what I'm saying? In order for them to be protected. Because I'm not going to go out there risking my life for no random woman who wouldn't even have said hey to me or even acknowledge me if that situation never occurred or transpired.
Okay. All right. Cassie, what do you think?
Man, I have to admit, listening to that video, the only thing I could was that woman is one selfish lady, and I would not want to be with a selfish woman like that. and this is why. Okay. Because if she's like that about somebody, it don't matter if you know the person or not. I don't know. I don't have the heart to watch somebody suffer. And if my man wants to go help her and she didn't ag that shit on, and that's what I was going to say, is if he knew the story behind it or whatever, because I know how manipulative women are too. So I would, of course, want him to tread carefully. But at the end of the day, like, I know situations I've been in where people have helped me when I actually needed it. So for me to turn a blind eye to something like that, or be selfish in a way of saying, my man is not going to do this or that, you just don't know until the situation arises and what kind of situation it is and with who. And you also don't know how you're going to feel spiritually. Like there could be something that prompts you, like your conscience, to go and help somebody, whatever you may call that. So for me, I'm different, I guess. I don't know. But that's all I could think about that woman. And I'm sorry if that sounds judgmental. And I'm sorry if I don't agree with you guys. It breaks my heart that you guys understand where you're coming from. But I also am like, what if I was that chick and I was really getting hurt and I'm by myself? I don't have a man, not because I could go get a man just for protection, but I don't want him just for that. So that's why I don't have one. And if I want to protect myself, I know how to shoot and all that. I'm not worried. So that's not why I'm going to have a man around. That'll be one reason to have him around, one thing that I utilize him for, but that's not a reason to just go and get somebody.
Gotcha.
So it sounds to me that she kind of looked at it that way, and maybe that's what all she cared about or wants. I don't know.
Okay, I got you. All right, did you listen?
When I had watched the video, she does sound hurt, and it sounds like she expected him to do this and to protect her and stuff like that. But you can't expect a lot from people for them to do what they want them to do and stuff like that. So I just feel like, just don't expect much from people if they're not gonna do it. Mm-hmm. That could be if she felt like he was gonna protect her and he wasn't gonna do it. So don't. I feel like I mean, like Cassie was saying, like if I see somebody hurt or whatever, I would go protect them. I mean, I may not know them. I may not may not speak to them or they may not speak to me, but I'm still going to protect him, and I would want him to protect others also.
Okay, well, I see it like
Here's
this.
my thing after that.
Oh, go ahead,
I mean, why can't we use discernment if we're going to get involve ourselves? My thing is, if you know there's very little you can do about that situation, and you don't want any of that situation on you, there's 911, there's the cops, there's the ambulance if she's hurt. You see what I'm saying? Keep yourself out of it. Help from a distance. You know, I mean,
I
agree with that too.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you see an opportunity and you really feel like this person needs help, is what I'm talking about. You know, you're not going to kill yourself helping them. You know, that's different. But this lady sounds like she wants you all to her damn self, and it don't matter what somebody's going through. What you feel.
Right?
The boss.
See, me and Clinton, we kind of grew up together. We've been knowing each other for a lot of years, all the way back to high school. So we used to stay in a place called Underwood. It was kind of like the hood. I remember one day.
That was the hood, man. Tell it what it is.
Okay, we grew up in the hood. Now, one day I was coming home. I can't remember where I was coming home from. I seen this dude beating her down like she was a man. I seen another guy come rushing over to help her, and when he hopped in to protect her, him and the guy started fighting, and then the woman got up off the ground to help her man fight the other guy that came to help her. Now, that is some crazy. I've seen that multiple times. I don't believe in getting in disputes like that and trying to break it up, because 9 times out of 10, usually, not all the time, but usually, that woman usually goes back to that same guy that was beating her up. She usually don't leave him because she got beat up. She usually don't. She usually go right back to him. So
now this guy done injected himself into that, and I'm sure he has family. He has a woman, maybe. You see what I'm saying? Now he injected himself into that situation, trying to protect her, trying to be noble, and he lost out in that. You see what I'm saying? Because not only if it winds up going to court or he going to jail somewhere, she's going to defend him in there too. You see what I'm saying? She's going to defend that man that was beating her ass, excuse my friends, beating her behind in court too. So what did he gain from that by injecting himself to that? You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, we don't know what the situation is. We don't know how it got to that level, to that point at that time. The best thing you can do, walk away, call the cops.
Yeah. See,
call the ambulance. Hey, I see a situation right here on such street, and keep it moving.
That's what I believe in.
That's your help.
I call the cops. Hey, 911. Hey, she getting beat up. Or I call the ambulance or something like that. But I'm not going to interject into that domestic abuse, whatever they got going on, because they got a viral video out right now where this guy tried to break up a domestic dispute between a man and a woman, and he ended up getting shot and killed. His wife was on the news telling what happened and how proud she is of him, and that he died a hero. But she also said, I would rather him be here. See, that's what that lady was saying on the video. Like, his job is to protect me and my family. If he gets taken away from me, now my kids don't have protection. Don't have protection. If he gets deleted, you're not supposed to say the D word on
live.
On YouTube. So if he get deleted from protecting his woman, understandable. But to get deleted for protecting someone who cares absolutely nothing for him, I just don't see that. And it is innate in men to protect women. Or that we are here to protect women. But see, the thing is, though, it's hard to protect women who put themselves in situations that is not favorable to her and will put us in a situation to have
I agree with that.
Protect her.
That's
I agree.
Carefully, like what he said, discernment, and just because I know situations like what you're talking about where I didn't get involved either, because I used to work with child protective services and the state, and I saw a lot of things. I had to supervise a lot of things, and then I had to bring it to court after documenting it, and I had to be involved with these kids and taking them to and from different homes and supervising, and I saw a lot of stuff that I could not get involved in as much as I wanted to. I could not emotionalize, and I just had to do it strategically and let the law deal with it for the most part. And so that, like what you said, you know, if she wants to keep putting herself in those situations and you've seen a pattern of that, yeah, I get it. Like, leave it alone, let her. She's asking for that. That's truly what it is. And I'll say it. If you guys don't want to say it, I'll say it. You are asking for it when you don't leave that man, when you don't try to get to safety and really rid him of your life. So people are going to get tired of helping you. They're not going to feel sorry for you anymore. And nobody's going to feel sorry for you. You're feeling sorry for yourself and putting yourself back in that situation. And that's selfish, because all these other people you're drawing in to feel sorry for you, and they could be doing better things with their time if you're just going to go back to that, you know?
Mm-hmm. You then you be
You know that
like,
woman
what's the
actually had-
what's the point of
Go ahead,
helping them if they ain't gonna listen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to feel bad if you're going back to that. That's on you.
You know that woman actually drew a she created a GoFundMe and got $42,000. The one that injected herself and acted like she got hit in the face with a brick.
Yeah.
She, Go ahead.
Well, if y'all don't know about this story, there's a viral clip going around where this lady is talking about, I just got hit in the face with a brick. She had a big knot on the side of her head. She said, I just got hit in the face with a brick, and all of these guys are standing here, and then nobody helped me. And she started a GoFundMe and raised $40-something thousand. But then it came out that it was all a hoax. That she had on her face, she did that to herself because she's in the medical field. So she went to the doctor to have all of that stuff saline drawn out of her face so it'll go down. She pretty much cause you know there's a big divide between black men and black women right now. So in that one clip, she turned a whole bunch of women against the men. The women was dogging us out as black men. So, oh, y'all don't protect us and blah, 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 blah. Then when it came out to be a hoax, that woman, that's the second time she done that. Because the first time she got maybe $5,000 or $6,000 or something, because she did it back in 2020 or 2021. But this time, she made a fortune, and it was all a hoax. So, because no one seen the guy, she just came out of nowhere and said, look, and started recording and said, look, somebody hit me in the face with a brick because I wouldn't give him my number.
I think in most cases, Jermaine, as men, we feel our morals are challenged in situations like that. You know what I mean? Because we want to do what is right, and we want to be able to go home and sleep well at night after witnessing what we saw. You see what I'm saying? And say, oh, could it be anything I could have done? But a lot of times you got to look at that's one person. There's a whole family at home that you have. You see what I'm saying? You still got a mother. You still got auntie. You still got uncle. You still got kids. You see what I'm saying? A whole slew of them that you have to think of in your decisions. You see what I'm saying? It all goes down to decision making. Whatever decisions got that person in what they in, they got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's sad. You see what I'm saying? It's something they got to learn. And whatever decisions you make in that moment, you got to live with too. You see what I'm saying? So I'm all for it, man. I just think that in most cases, you know, we have to carry ourselves a little bit better, and especially with women who get themselves involved and stuff like that. You can't expect people to always be around to come to your rescue all the time. You're an adult. You make those decisions.
Right. Yeah, because I was in a situation like that, and I made a decision to turn away from it after. I mean, it took me a few years, but I didn't go and tell everybody about it. Like, nobody knew. I kept it a secret, you know, and when it came out, it was only because it was out in the open. And so I left it after that, though. But it took me leaving and really being done. And so that's the thing, you know, these women have to realize that people are going to get tired of helping them because they need to help themselves at that point.
And see, I know you, Cassie. See, if I seen you in trouble, I would help you because I actually know you. I mean,
A
not
lot of
personally.
people do. They know who I am, but
Mhm.
like there is a lot of women that are manipulative and they pretend and fake, and I see it all the time. I know women like that, and they have no shame, and they try to give me advice to be like that, and I'm like, that. Those are the women that I do not. I don't want in my circle at all. I keep them far away,
Right,
you
right.
know, because
Right.
it's
I mean,
that poisonous. Like
Mhm.
they're in groups talking about it and giving advice like that to each other to control men. I'm like, even in the churches. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers right now, but like when we did our marriage counseling, even the pastor's wife was like, yeah, this is this is the power you have in your marriage, the whole sex talk and not giving it. I was like, I will never do that to my husband. That makes me feel like I'm treating him like a child. He's not a child. That's the advice they should be giving, is not to treat him like a child. Not that. Not how to get what you want out of your man by depriving him of something. Like
right.